Hello, I'm still getting myself set up here, so just bear with me for a moment until I get the right lighting and everything. Hello to everyone who is joining, and it's fantastic to see you all again. I can see a few people jumping on, so let me know who you are and where you're coming in from. It's always great to know who the conversation is being had with. And today, what I thought we could talk about is this idea of responding versus reacting. Now, for most people, you'll be very, very familiar and probably very comfortable in not such a great way in the reaction space. How it feels when I react is I can feel it in my body. I start getting higher blood pressure, my pulse quickens, I can feel warmth coming up into my neck, that sort of rising feeling of the fact that there's going to be a problem with this conversation that you might be in. You can feel yourself starting to become defensive and starting to try and protect yourself. And what happens when you're in that fight or flight mode is that your body automatically operates as though there's some kind of threat in front of you. Even if the threat is just an imagined one, your body still goes through all this physiological process. That's when you know you're reacting, when you can feel it in your body, when you can feel that stressful kind of feeling, that you can feel your heart rate start to change. All of those indicators are an indicator that you are in reaction, not response. So, one of the tricks to becoming a more evolved human being is to understand how reaction works and to be able to, at the time when you feel like you're about to react, to be able to step back and get a little bit of perspective and make a different choice and to respond. So, response has a whole lot of intention to it, is conscious. You have to be conscious when you're responding. You're intending to create space between whatever's going on in front of you and the response that you would like to make as an individual. A response is much more thought out. It's from your prefrontal cortex, whereas a reaction is going to be a gut reaction from your limbic system, from those parts of your brain that are more tapped into the reptilian sort of behavior that you might have had many, many years ago as humans. So our brain automatically wants to react. In order for us to learn how to respond, we have to know what some of the symptoms are so that when we start getting those symptoms, we can take a step back and we can consciously say to ourselves, in this situation, what is the best response that I can make? What response, if I make this particular response, what sort of outcome am I likely to get? And that way you can choose from a whole variety of responses that you can make. Now, this comes down to whether you're having a conversation with someone one-on-one. It comes down to when you're sitting in a meeting and you're in a meeting situation and you're feeling a bit stressed and you want to sit back and disconnect and disengage a little bit so that you can implement your prefrontal cortex. So there's a lot of different scenarios in business and in workplaces whereby you might want to implement your response over your reaction. If you're interested in this kind of mindset information, then you'll be really interested in the Being More Human book. It's 3Ws, beingmorehuman.com.au. You can jump right in and buy the book in the Being More Human shop. And it goes through a whole range of different mindset strategies, just like the one we've talked about today, that make your life better and make it easier for you when you're in the workplace. So hopefully you jump on and grab a copy of that book and see how it might change your life. Take care. Cheers.